Hi, I'm Heather Staker, and I wanted to thank you again for attending the Blended Learning Leader Summit with me on May 31st in New Jersey. It was really a fun privilege to be there with you. I loved meeting you, and there were so many of you who I will always remember for the conversations that we had and for the example of courage that you were to me. We talked a bit about daring greatly and about how it is not weakness to try something new. It is not weakness to be unconventional and to go out on a limb. And in our school systems, in fact, we need leaders who are those cage buster leaders who are willing to try something different and be the ones who set the vision and the agenda for the 21st century. So I thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be there. It was truly a delight, and I feel so much more confident with each day that I meet tremendous people like you across the country and see your dedication and your passion and your vision and your capacity. I know that we're in good hands, and I really think that the future is bright for our schools. I loved the morning session that Joe led when you felt a bit of blended learning in real time. For some of you, that was new, and it was the first time that you'd experienced that student-driven learning. And for others, you know that that's only one of many ways that you can experience blended learning. But I hope that that was interesting for those of you for whom that was a relatively new experience. And then Josh walked us through what not to do with blended learning. And you'll recall his message about not cramming more technology into classrooms or doing technology for technology's sake without starting with a really clear design for what blended learning should look like. One of the next steps that I'm going to invite you to consider is to attend a blended learning live event. There will be a few in the New Jersey area in the next few months. And they're an opportunity for you to come back with a team, ideally of about 5 people who represent people in your school or your district who can come together and think through a blended learning plan. And my guarantee for you is that you leave that with a very comprehensive draft of a blended learning plan, a strategic vision for how you'll take the next steps with blended learning and personalizing learning in your district. So please watch for those announcements as those events come together. And Josh also talked about not underdefining the role of the teacher. And you know that I feel passionately about the importance of teachers really stepping up and using the newfound time and structures that are available with some of these innovations to serve as coaches and to develop those one-to-one mentoring relationships and to give feedback. In the afternoon, you joined Sarah, if you were a teacher, for the 7 moves discussion, where you talked a bit about how to create higher performing, happier classrooms through a series of roughly 7 moves that have proven to be successful in a lot of organizations well outside of education as well. And meanwhile, I was with Mackie Pendergast and Erica Hartman in the other room, meeting with administrators to talk about some of the successes as well as challenges that Morris School District has encountered as they've embraced blended learning. And they made some bold moves, beginning even with calling together their administrators for a 3-day retreat right up front to just figure out the design for teaching and learning in their district. And then moving forward with creating playlists and paying teachers to take a Coursera course in blended learning and all sorts of bold moves to help move the ball forward in their district, and their results have been striking. So overall, it was a day full of learning and of networking and of moving forward with this important work. I truly believe that our students are in a better place because of the innovations that are at our fingertips, but it requires the stewardship of teachers and administrators like you, and as well as the efforts of Eduscape and the people who have been helping me to all work together to bring about a transformation that will mark the history of education forever, and in a way that redounds to the benefit of our students and our teachers. So I commend you to that work. I encourage you to take the next steps, look for the Blended Learning live events that will be in your area soon, and keep moving forward with your strategic planning and implementation of personalizing learning and making it more student-centered in your schools and districts. Thank you again for joining me. It was a true pleasure, and God bless you.